Hey folks, and welcome to the finale of the Nights into Dreams playthrough. Here's that ranking system from the Frozen Bell earlier. Not the Taco Bell, but the Frozen Bell. Which, man, Taco Bell sounds good. Usually my go-to is the Doritos tacos. I'll never get tired of those. I wish they would have kept those cheesy street chalupas. Those were really good. It's a shame those were kind of a limited time thing. But here we got the Stick Canyon. This is the third level on our adventure here is Elliot. And this is probably my least favorite of the Elliot stages. Because it's really easy to run into problems here. It's really easy to run out of time and to end up in all kinds of trouble. But I wouldn't worry too much about it for this playthrough. I did have some trouble behind the scenes when I recorded it, if I remember right. This was one of the levels I had to redo. But I'm gonna rack up some more points. I do think that I do run out of time at some point in this stage. All kinds of crazy stuff happens in Nights into Dreams, and I'm just here for it. But yeah, this level, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just my least favorite in the Elliot stages. It's kind of like that other stage in Clarice's where I ran out of time. Not a fan of the stages where it's easy to run out of time and there's just so much crap going on. Nope. Yeah, I better grab those orbs. Let's see. Doesn't appear that there's a couple. If I can grab those and then, yeah, here we go. Now it's this thing here. This thing here makes it kind of tricky to run out of time. I've run out of time plenty of times, getting a little greedy trying to rack up more points on whatever this is supposed to be, like a skylift or something. Some kind of neat little device here. But man, back to Taco Bell. They got some pretty good stuff. It's not my most favorite fast food place to go to. I mean, from what I understand, I guess Arby's would be my favorite fast food place because I love the curly fries and I always like to get turkey sandwiches when I go. Oh, and they make really good jalapeno poppers. That's something I've developed a taste for over the last year or so. I really like a good jalapeno popper. I don't like them to be too hot. I don't like there to be too much cream cheese in them. Somewhere in the middle of all that, it's pretty good stuff. But yeah, just flying and floating around once again. I still got a couple more of these idea to grab, or idea. Whatever the correct pronunciation is. You got this strange part where it's kind of like some magnet or something. Eventually I'll find my way out of it. And yeah, flipping that switch seemed to have been the way out. Now there's a neat thing coming up that I like where, yeah, this thing. Where everything gets stuck to you and you gotta be kind of careful though, because if you hit the wall it'll all fall off, but I like how it all gets stuck to you and you can take it to a little section here up ahead and it all gets tallied up. I wish something like this was in the rest of the levels. This would have made for a neat little gimmick. Alrighty. 66,000. Well, not 66,000, but 60 seconds, 6,000 points. Hey, I managed to get a small loop at the very last second. That's nice. That's always nice. That's very, very nice. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Get out of there. And this is kind of a little loop here that I'm stuck in now. I'll just keep going back through here, try to rack up some more points. Hopefully, it's starting to cut kind of close on time. Hopefully I can make it. Though at this point I'm not entirely sure. And with 10 seconds to go, the music starts getting a little bit crazy. I don't think I'm gonna make it, folks. Yeah, and I've run out of time. Would you look at that? No worries, though. I'm just gonna continue on, and the goal's near here somewhere. Yeah! When he jumps, yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Bingo! Ho ho ho! Anyway. Alright. It looks like I gotta go through here a 5th time. Then I can go to the boss. The big boss. Let's see here. Gotta make my way up here somehow. Make my way uptown, walking past faces fast. Anyway. Just kinda gotta maneuver through the maze here. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna play next. Eventually I would like to do a Knight's Journey of Dreams playthrough. I've not played that all the way through before. I have that game, but I've never beaten it. I think I've maybe played it for a couple hours and then just put it down. And I don't remember why. I don't remember it being a bad game by any means. It might have had something to do with the Wii. I don't really like the Wii, and that's mostly just because of the motion controls. It's a terrible gimmick that I don't feel like aged very well, and I feel like they should have spent more time trying to make quality games instead of pumping out shovelware with broken motion controls. Though there are some games on the Wii that are really good, the Wii is not without quality. It just lacks quality. And it's looking like I may run out of time here once again. However, I'm not too terribly surprised. It'll certainly be interesting. I don't know if I ended up with enough points really to make for a good average score or anything. I don't know. I just want to get to the dang goal. Alright, boss time. Man, that was a disaster. But hey, I still managed to get a C out of it. No, I got a couple of F ranks. Hey, it's this one. Reala. There is no knights. I know that's not what the Reala actually says, but that's what it sounds like. That's what I always thought at first. I can't remember off the top of my head what Reala is actually saying. But it just sounds silly when he says, there is no knights. Like, I mean, I'm playing as knights. The game is called Knights. So if there's no knights, what is this, some kind of paradox or something? But anyway, whatever I did, I defeated Reala, and that was actually pretty easy. Hopefully that C rank carries through, and I don't have to redo the stage. Excellent. I definitely don't have to redo the stage. Anytime I don't have to is fine by me. Now loading. Hey, I still did better than Sonic. Alright, folks. It's time for the final level. It's time for the final level of this game. It's time for Twin Seeds, the growth. The growth! But anyways, as I've stated before, this is pretty much the same exact level copy-pasted from Clarice's story. It's not necessarily a bad thing, although it does feel kind of cheap, but oh well. Let's just knock this out one more time and go on about the business and defeat that evil wise man. Wise man? The three wise men? Wonder if that's the joke. I could just be reaching here. Me over here is just literally reaching for commentary. It will be nice to move on to the next game because I've pretty much exhausted everything I have to say about Nights into Dreams. I mean, it's a pretty solid game. It's a pretty solid game. I enjoy it. I'll probably come back to it plenty more times. As with the holiday season coming up, at the time of recording anyway, I'm probably going to hook up my Saturn again, play some Christmas Nights the way God intended it to be, with that Sonic section. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, there's a version of Nights into Dreams on PS2. I would assume that's what the HD version's based off of. Because, I mean, from what I understand, a lot of the source code and material for a lot of Sega Saturn games was destroyed. So, a lot of developers probably didn't want to remake games from scratch, and that's why you don't see very many re-releases or ports of classic Saturn games. Although we did get that Panzer Dragoon HD, that was nice. I'm glad we got that finally. I wish more developers and companies would take suit and try to recreate or remake these games, and at least with Burning Rangers, I would really like to see that get an update one of these days. Maybe there's some kind of neat fan game out there that does it. Because if Sonic Team's not gonna do it, you can always count on the fans. Alrighty. Gotta wait for Clarice to fly in. There she is. Okay. Knock down this shield or whatever and see what Knights is doing. And now let's go battle the evil Wiseman. Deal with him one last time, folks. I like that trippy background, but this whole game feels like some kind of trip. Not necessarily a bad thing. Whoa! Gotta make sure I don't get hit. Alrighty. And once again, the final boss, the Wiseman battle, is pretty much copy-pasted as well. So this is nothing new here. He's got eyes on his hands. That's how he sees! Well, what if he... will it hurt his eye if he clenches his fist? 'Cause this seems like it would hurt. But maybe, I don't know. You gotta look out for these twisters again. Alrighty. Yeah, keep getting swept up in those tornadoes or whatever. But I just gotta deal with Wiseman a couple more times here. Maybe just one more, I'm not quite sure. Ooh, he says. Yep, that's it. That's the end of Nights into Dreams, folks. We have defeated the evil Wiseman and the dream world is saved. And since this is Elliot's story, that means he'll be able to go on and do his basketball game. Hey, there's the nice zoom in that shows up when you actually complete the game. Now here we got Elliot wandering around. Now he's gonna go shoot some b-ball outside of the school. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Or maybe not, I don't know. Gotta go rescue Clarice, something's going on. She's just sleeping, she's just snoozing. You're gonna snooze in the shade. Uh-oh. He's becoming see-through. Oh, he just disappeared. And he just woke up, so maybe that was all a dream. Inception! Wait, were those three Elliots? They all look the same. Now they're shooting some b-ball outside of the school. And now, thanks to Knights, he has the courage and the ability to hopefully win the game. And that 3D model on the basketball looks really nice and detailed. Aw, yeah. Goal! He did it. That's what's up. He did it. They're all really impressed. Yeah! Anyway. Yeah, so... Nope. Got one last scene here. Suppose... Since... They're having some kind of parade here in Twin Seeds. Neat stuff. Does Elliot get to be part of the parade? Hey, there's the building from the opening. Hey, it's Knights. What's the Knights doing? There's still a little bit going on here, still a little bit of cutscenes. I was kind of wondering why this last part was running a little long, but... Hey, it's those crystal things. I recognize those from Burning Rangers because you can pick up a bunch of those. Those are your collectibles in that game. She's still singing from the from that one cutscene at the end of her playthrough. It's good that they were able to reunite. Now all those crystals have disappeared. Nope. And they are back in the dream world. Or Nightopia. And... Alright. Neat stuff if I do say so myself. Looks like we got one more thing going on here before the credits kick in. Zoom in on Elliot there for a second. And yeah, pretty neat stuff. Good old Nights and Dreams. Now it goes into the credits. Alright, and as you know, I always like to give credit where credit is due, so I'll just let the credits play out. Not really the biggest fan of this song that plays over the credits. It plays in both versions. But I mean, it's alright, but... Dedicated to the players and developers of the original game. That's neat. So I'm guessing with the HD version that they, probably had some more people come in and do a few things here to polish up the game. In my dreams! I mean, it's an okay song, it's just But yeah, so that was Nights into Dreams, folks. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's a pretty fine game. If I could change anything about it, just wish it was a longer game. I feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity for it to not be at least a few more levels. Maybe like 5 or 6 between each character. Oh well, though. What we did get was pretty neat. It's a pretty neat little game. But yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure yet. Not quite sure yet what I'm going to be playing over here on the channel after Nights into Dreams, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, absolutely fun game. I recommend it. You can get it on the PS3. I think it's on Steam now. The PS2 version's Japanese exclusive. And if you really want to, I mean, seek out the original version on the Sega Saturn. That's some pretty good stuff as well. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a cutscene that plays after the credits are over, so you might want to stay tuned for that. But yeah, for a non-Sonic Sonic Team game, it's pretty good stuff. There's some other non-Sonic Sonic Team games out there that I haven't played yet, like Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. I've heard good stuff about it, but I've never played it. And I'm sure there's a couple other Sonic Team games out there that I can't quite think of immediately. Was Space Channel 5 them, or maybe that was Sega? I'm not quite sure. I've never played it. I've never owned a Dreamcast, and I don't know very much about the Sega Dreamcast. I feel like the Saturn and to a lesser extent the Genesis are my various breads and butter. Breads and butter. I've been talking about a lot of food in this part. I wish I had more food. Maybe after this part I'll go seek out some snacks. Or maybe I'll just go to bed. It's 4 in the morning at the time of recording this. I'll escape into my own Nightopia for a few hours. Plus I've got a pretty busy day planned for tomorrow. NASCAR season's still in session, so I'll probably go over to my friend AJ's to watch the race. I think one of my other friends was wanting to come over and check out the property because he hasn't seen it in a few months, and quite a few things have changed since then, so that'll be nice. That'll be some good stuff. It'll all certainly be some good stuff if I do say so myself. But yeah, folks, as always, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you all tune into whatever else I got over here on the channel and whatever I do next, and smash that subscribe button. I mean, I always appreciate the fans, and it's always nice to add to that list of subscribers. Copyright Sega. Good old Sega. Is there? Oh, nope, there's no cutscene next, but it does look like some kind of red shiny orb here. I think I cut it right before I unlock the Christmas nights thing, because there's a little screen that'll show up and tell you that you can play it now. Oh, what's the Elliot doing? Hey, there's Knights once again. But yeah, folks, thanks for tuning in. This has been Nights into Dreams, and this has been Fromark, and I will see you later.